Welcome back to the show. As always, I'm Mike.
I'm Kenny.
And we have another cool episode for you tonight. We have one of our good friends, Jennifer Hulse, with us, and she's going to be here to tell us our story. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, guys. I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited that you're here, too. I know we got a lot to talk about.
Yes.
But before we get into it, me and Kenny just came back from vacations, right?
Yep,
and I hope everybody out there had a good 4th. I know I did. Me and my family went to the lake, got some sun.
Yeah.
It was really good. It was hot.
You get to drive the boat?
No, I didn't drive the boat this time, but it was so hot. The water was hot.
Oh, yeah.
But it was still better than sweating to death.
Yeah, that's true.
What about you, Kenneth? You went on a big one, didn't you?
Yeah, first cruise. You know, it's kind of wild. I tell you, the first 3 hours that I was on it, every time I stood up, I get real dizzy. And I had to sit back down. I was like, all right, where that medicine at? I can't say it, but I took that pill. I was good about an hour later. And the next 3 days, I was good to go. It didn't bother me no more, but it was pretty cool because on the 4th, they had we went on Carnival, and they had all the ships lined up, like 8 of them. First time ever at the Bahamas. And they had fireworks shooting off from the Bahamas. It's pretty cool.
Well, that is pretty neat.
Yeah, we had a good time with the family, and it was just a life experience, and can't wait to do many more.
Now, I've been on a few cruises. My favorite part was the ice cream machine. Did you get any of the ice cream?
Man, let me tell you, it's crazy. I didn't get ice cream until the last day. I didn't eat that many sweets. I just ate a lot of the buffet. I ain't gonna lie.
The food's the best.
The barbecue brisket, I couldn't stop eating it.
Yeah.
And salad, for some reason, I kept eating salads.
Really?
Because they were so good. I don't know why. It was better than Zaxby's and Chick-fil-A. I don't know.
Man. The food's the best part of the cruise.
Yeah, it is.
On the buffet and stuff, that's all free.
Yeah, I think the best was everything was just convenient. Everything's right there. You don't have to leave and like drive somewhere to go get something, or if you drink a little bit, you ain't got to worry about driving home or anything like this. So,
but you do got to worry about walking back to the room.
Yeah, and staying steady with the boat. But it was awesome. Definitely do it again. Recommend it to anybody out there
because they will arrest you on that ship. And
they got security like crazy.
Honeymoon. Jennifer, first cruise I've ever been on in my life. I get a phone call. We get to our room, and they're like, Mr. Hudson. I'm like, yeah. He goes, can you meet me at the terminal, like where you get onto the ship? I was like, okay. And I figured it's because they found our alcohol, because we snuck some alcohol in on the ship. So I figured they found it in our luggage, whatever. No big deal. So I get to where you come on a ship, and there's 6 of these little 4'7", like I don't even know what race they were, but I don't know, but they were like all looking at me like towering over them, and they were like, "Oh my, that's a big boy." And I was like, "I'm told to be here," and they're like, "Come with us." So they took me off of the ship, and when I got down to where you come in through customs, it was 2 7-foot-tall Fort Lauderdale sheriff deputies. I mean, these dudes were giants, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I know how these little guys feel now." And they were like, "Mr. Hudson," I was like, "Yes, sir." And he goes, "Is there anything in your luggage that you need to tell us about?" And I was like, well, we did have some alcohol, whatever, just think on like everybody. He's like, no, he said, I'm not worried about the alcohol. And he pulls out a printed off piece of paper, and it's a picture of a bullet. Because I had went shooting the week before, and it was raining, so I had my rain jacket on, and there was one single 45 caliber bullet, and they tore my luggage apart. They didn't get my wife's, though. We got some liquor on the boat, but because alcohol's so expensive on the ship.
Yeah.
But anyways, so this took about 45 minutes. And the whole time my new bride is sitting in the room just chilling. I was like, you didn't think to come check on me? Like, she's like, I was going on this cruise whether you were here or not.
That's insane.
It was crazy. But anyways.
I like them cruises, though, man.
Oh, yeah. They're fun.
It's pretty fun, yeah. And the wild thing, I talked to one of the workers there, and they said they worked 7 months straight, not a day off.
Oh, yeah.
They work 10-hour days, and they call home or whatever, and majority of them all foreign. Mm-hmm. So it's pretty insane to look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Know that they grind out 7 months before they even get to go home.
But that's their life.
And then you get 3 months off.
Yeah, 3 months off, then right back to it.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah.
It would be a fun job.
Mm-hmm.
Until you have to sleep in the little the little huts.
Oh, yeah. I'd have to be like higher up on the food chain so I could have my own little bed, my own room.
All right, so let's get to you, Jennifer. How are you?
Doing awesome.
Good.
Yeah, I'm doing really good.
For those that don't know, me and Jennifer and Kenneth all worked at the jail together. That's how I first met her. And so what are you doing now?
I'm an armed security officer over at our local hospital. Super excited to be there. I have a great team. Loved working at the sheriff's department, as you know. I absolutely loved it. I started in dispatch. I did that for 2 years, and I was a correctional officer for a year and worked in booking. And I kind of miss it from time to time.
Yeah.
They think I'm weird. Yeah, they're like, what? Like, I kind of like paperwork though. So
Yeah.
I miss that aspect of it, the paperwork part.
Now, working hospital security, y'all are armed and all that jazz, but have you had to fight anybody yet?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. A few hours ago.
Is it just like the crazy or the mental ward?
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. And yeah. That's why I have long sleeves on. I've got some scratches.
Man.
It happens.
Oh, yeah.
Fighter.
Yeah.
Well, I did hospital security. It used to be Williamson Medical Center. Now it's Williamson Health. That's where I started when I moved here, and I loved it. I mean, it was just a job, but it was super fun.
Yeah.
I have a lot of medical background, so I have 13 years in the medical field.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I actually started it in the emergency room. I fell in love with it. I got my trauma certification, so I was actually a full performance emergency room technician, and I worked as a technician in Maui, Hawaii for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, so I lived there for a couple of years, and then I went back to the mainland and worked in the cardiovascular intensive care unit, which will be beneficial to my life in my next segment of my story. So,
All right, well, let's get started. You start us off. Where do you want to start from? Traveling or where?
well, the traveling came from marriage, I guess. So I guess that's a wonderful place to start. So
All right, let's do it.
yeah, I had the honor and privilege of meeting my husband in 2014. We were married at in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Had a Vegas wedding.
We had a Vegas wedding. It was not traditional. We went to Treasure Island, and we rented out the pirate ship in front.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, he was a nautical engineer by trade.
Oh, cool.
So we rented out. Yeah, he came as Captain Jack Sparrow, and I was the Queen of Hearts. And
That's pretty cool.
yeah, the only thing, we invited anybody that wanted to show up, but we didn't want presents. We just wanted you to show up and be there with us. And one of the most memorable things about that was the day before our wedding. We gave out watches to everybody and a speech about how valuable time is.
Oh, yeah.
And how you just can't get it back. So you got to live every day and follow your dreams, no matter what that means.
Yeah, that's
so,
right.
That's awesome.
yeah, my parents did. We gave one to my parents, his mom, his best man. My mom was my matron of honor, so she got a
cool.
nice one. And yeah.
That's pretty neat. I've never heard of anything like that before.
Yeah, I mean,
That's pretty cool. It's
You're
different.
right.
It's unique. For
Yeah.
sure.
it is unique. Time is precious.
It is.
It's just, I don't know if you ever seen that movie. It's something about time. It's Justin Timberlake, and the way you work, instead of money, you're doing it for the time of your life.
Yeah.
And every day you work, your whatever hours you put in, they give you more hours by that. So if you work 8 hours a day, he give you 8 more hours of your life, and it's a pretty good movie.
Man, I've got so much overtime.
I do remember that movie. I can't remember what it's called, though. but-
Yeah, they put their wrists to each other and
Yeah.
scan.
Okay.
And the master or the big boss had probably, I don't know, 1 million hours.
Yeah.
And he'll give them, and the rich people, like, in the real world, you got billionaires. Well, they the ones that got millions of hours. And the people that's poor is like 10 or 15 hours.
Wasn't
Or
Eddie
less.
Murphy in that movie?
No.
Oh, just such a
was
I'm
just
thinking of somebody
Timberlake.
else then.
I think a lot of people would live a lot differently if you
Oh, for sure.
knew,
Yeah.
how valuable every moment and every decision, to
It
get
stinks, too, especially when you work a lot because you're not promised tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, man, I really don't want to spend my last day working a
Working.
12-hour shift.
Man.
Right.
Yeah, my wife talk about how much I work. I do work a lot, but
Yeah.
sometimes I look at it like, man, you got to make this money to do what you want to do, and today's world, if you ain't working more than one job,
Yeah.
you probably ain't got much money, unless you just got it like that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. So what was your husband's name?
Kelly.
Kelly. The last name was Hulse.
Kelly. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you and Kelly get married.
Captain
and,
Kelly Hulse. Yep.
It's pretty cool. He was a nautical engineer. That's awesome.
He actually taught in his youth.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he graduated high school and college at the same time, and so went to Florida and got his boat captain license up to 126 feet. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So he would.
That's pretty.
He used to teach, and
That's pretty cool.
it was neat. Yeah. So we got married in 2014 and had just an awesome. He spoiled me. Me. We got engaged in Key West and. Wedding, and lived in Florida in Fort Lauderdale at first, and then he loved RVs and traveling. So when we first got married, we actually lived in a 30-foot international Airstream, and then we settled down and got a house and did that thing, and in 2018. What I thought was going to be the worst thing to happen happened. He started getting sick, and I was trying to figure it out. And my medical, experience started to play a factor here. And it was probably, I can honestly say, in our entire marriage, I think we maybe had 5 arguments, and this was one. Yeah, maybe
That's
5.
awesome.
Yeah, and one of them, not to cut through. Literally, he stopped mid-turn onto the highway because I was doing the wife thing.
Oh, yeah.
I was backseat driving.
Yeah.
He stopped and he's like, "If you would like to drive, I'm all for it." And I was like, it's the middle of the road, and everybody, every guy there was like, "Oh, yeah." And I was like, I'm ashamed. Like, you can drive. But yeah, so he was having really bad indigestion, and the doctor we were seeing, he said, I really want you, we've run all the tests, I really want you to go see a cardiologist. And my husband was stubborn, really smart guy. And he didn't want to do it, so we got into a little bit of an argument. And we were sitting in the garage at that point, and I said, "Look, I will go with you. We'll do this. I will hang out all day in the car, whatever it takes. And then after that, we can go somewhere, and I will treat you to whatever you want to do." So I finally won that argument, and we went, and he had an echocardiogram done. And the doctor came in, and he said, things don't look right. I know that it's bad enough to tell you that you need to ground yourself. And we had plans. We were going to go out on a boat, and he flying and all like a bunch of stuff. And so we went, had the test done, and our cardiologist came in, and he said, "I need to get you to the cath lab because I think you have a blocked artery, and we're going to have to put a stent in." And he goes, "You'll go home the same day. It's not going to be a big deal. It's going to be fine." And I said, "Okay, Steve, it's good that we came." And
Called it.
Yep.
Yeah.
My husband was like, wow, he goes, "That was a good call." And I'm like, "I'm really glad you listened to me. We're here, And so I packed our stuff, and we went, and I'll never forget how lonely that waiting room felt. I was waiting for him to come out of the cath lab, and his cardiologist, Dr. P, came out, short, super sweet guy, and the look on his face, I knew. And the entire waiting room was like quiet. And he came out and he grabbed my hand, and he's like, "I need you not to panic. I need you to be there." And I said, "Okay." I said, "What's happening?" And he goes, "Your husband has what's called an ulcerated widowmaker. And if he sneezes or does something wrong, it could rupture, and I can't save him." And I was like, I was just absolutely a ghost at that point. And everybody in the waiting room too was just like staring at me, and I said, is he okay though right now? And he said yes. I said he made it through the procedure. I'm admitting him, and I need to have him have an immediate quadruple bypass. So
Wow.
yeah.
Where was that at?
In Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah, so it was a hospital about 45 minutes away from our house. So his mom at the time too was living with us. So I called her and I said, hey, listen, I'm not going to be able to come home. I had the neighbors come help with the animals and such and get her situated and kept her in the loop. And then actually one of our neighbors brought her up so she could see him before he went to surgery in case something bad happened. And so she came up, and 2 days later he went in, and his 4-hour surgery turned into about a 7.5, 8-hour surgery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, but got him through that. That was in 2018. And about a year later, he came to me, and, we were standing at the house, and we had this pasture area, and I can almost feel the breeze on my face in Florida, and it was a beautiful day, and we lived not far from Space Coast, where they did like SpaceX and stuff. Like we would watch the launches and stuff. And he came over and he stand next to me and he gave me a hug and he said, I just, after the quadruple bypass and surviving, and he's like, I just don't know if I can do this part of it anymore. He's like, I really want to RV again. I really want to do that. And I thought, oh boy. I was like, if that's what you really want to do, then we'll do it. So, over the course of our marriage, for his work, because he needed to be near the water, we had always had an RV. So we would, travel up and down the coast and get it done and stuff like that. So, it was quite the journey. And we made it as far as Arizona. And we were in Texas. He wasn't feeling so good. Made it to Arizona, and he got sick. And of course, it was 2020 at the height of COVID, and they had all those regulations and stuff. And we knew we were on borrowed time anyway. And
but he wanted to live. He wanted to live the way he wanted to live.
Yeah,
and he did it.
Yeah, and he had. So I didn't really touch on this, but right after his surgery, about 9 days or so after his surgery, I had him home, and he was on the couch, and he started to cough, and I went over to help him, and he looked up at me in his eyes, and he was out. And so I started doing CPR on him, and his mom ran out, and she tried to help. She was a retired nurse, and she had a massive heart attack and landed on my island.
Oh, at the same time.
At the very same, yeah. So I got him back, got her kind of talking to me. So, and thank goodness they both survived for a while.
Yeah.
She actually ended up having triple bypass from that event. And we had her for a few more months, and unfortunately, we didn't know she had cancer. Wow. So yeah, unfortunately,
she didn't know either, did she?
No, she didn't until we got her through the heart stuff, and we had her up and running, pretty good, and then she got leukemia, and so. Man, and I think losing his mom, and then after all the stuff that he had gone through. He was like, I really want to travel. I really want to get in the RV, and I don't want to have a house and the things. And, we had tried for kids, and we were trying to have a family and do stuff. So I thought, if this is what he wants, I was more than happy to give up all the traditional career stuff to help support him with that. So that's what we made it to Arizona, and he got sick. And I begged him, actually, ironically, on the 4th of July to go to the hospital, and he wouldn't do it because he didn't want to go without me. And he goes, if I go, they're not going to let you be with me.
Yeah, because it's 2020. Yeah.
Yep. And I thought, God, So I let him hang out at the house for a while, and we did the best we could, and I went and ran a quick errand that he asked me to do and got him some medication, and by the time I came back, his color had changed. And I thought, oh my God, he's had a heart attack.
Yeah.
He's had a heart attack. And I said, do you need me to call 911? And he said, yeah. He goes, I don't think I can make it if you drove me. And so I called 911, and they came and they got him. And I've never prayed so hard in my life that I didn't want that to be the last time I saw him. And so he made it 14 days though. We made it 14 days. He actually did much better. He had gone into congestive heart failure, and they were able to help him through a lot of it. And unfortunately, he just had the perfect storm. And I knew something was terribly going wrong about day 12. And by 13, I called in the morning and I said, if you don't get me in to see my husband, then you meet me at the front door and you're going to arrest me. Because come hell or high water, I am going in. I want to see him. And they had a meeting, and she called back and she's like, okay, we can get you in for 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, now we're getting somewhere. And I got in there, and
Now, was it just all because of COVID?
yeah, and it wasn't even that, he was in heart failure and other stuff was going on, to the fact that I couldn't be there to help him to the bathroom and shower and stuff. And but that night, I was there for, by the way, 30 minutes turned into 7.5 hours. They were not getting me out of there. But unfortunately, I think he, in a way now looking back at it, he was waiting for me. Because as the time went on and he kind of was, his blood pressure started going down and things were happening, and the nurse came running in and she's like, all the people come in and they whisked him off to ICU. And I kept calling throughout the night, and they said they were going to try to get him in for surgery. I said, okay. I said, what's the next step? And they said at 7:30, we're going to take him for a CAT scan, and then we'll call you and let you know what we're going to do. I said, all right, awesome. And at 7:30 came, I didn't get a call, so I called, and they said, we've gotten his numbers as best as we can. We need to take him now. So they've taken him to surgery. Okay. And I said, okay. And I said, so how long's the surgery, and what am I waiting for now? And I never realized that the next phone call I would get would absolutely change the trajectory of my entire life.
Yeah.
It never even crossed my mind at that point, because he had such a miraculous life and had gotten through so many things, and he had beaten at odds so much that it didn't even cross my mind. I'm like, no, it's not, this isn't the time. This isn't right. But at 10:40 in the morning, I got a phone call from a doctor I didn't know, and said, I'm really sorry to tell you that he didn't. They coded him twice for over 40 minutes, and they just couldn't get his heart back. So,
did they ever tell you what happened? Was it the CHF or?
Yeah, what happened was he went into congestive heart failure, and because he wasn't able to perfuse correctly, that he ended up perforating his bowel, and he went into septic shock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And when they went in, the anesthesiologist said that they tried to lightly sedate him to see how he would do, and the minute they did, his heart gave out. And that was...
Yeah, that's tough.
It was the phone call I never thought in a million years And I don't think you can ever prepare for that in any way, shape, or form.
No, there's no way to prepare.
No.
I mean, even if you're mentally prepared for it,
Yeah.
the physical aspect isn't there.
And I think I kind of told myself, 13 years in the medical field and being there for people and holding their hands, telling them, it's going to be okay and all that. It all just went away.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was like, it's a complete lie.
Yeah.
Because you don't think, when it happens to you, when it's your significant other, that it can be like.
Yeah.
Well, I think people in that profession, law enforcement, EMS, we kind of get numb to the reality, and then when it happens at home, it's a lot different.
Yeah.
It's like it hits you all at once.
It really does. And you just, your perspective changes by such a landslide.
Yeah.
And, I can honestly say now this month will be 6 years since I lost him. And I am way more gracious and, patient with people. And because it completely changed who I am as a person, for sure. Because I was loved by one of the most amazing human beings, and I had the honor and privilege of having him in my life, and sharing that with people means more.
So how did you get through that? Like, where did you go from there after his passing?
I can honestly say for the 30 days, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty catatonic. I was just going through the motions.
Yeah.
And my parents, thank God for them. They really, they came out. They helped me through it. They helped me through all the paperwork and the things, and the terrible things that became mildly funny, and not to be more.
I get what you're saying.
So, like for instance, my husband would find this amusing, so I'm going to share it. I had him cremated, which is his wishes, and back, they were doing things very different.
Yeah.
Very impersonal. So we pull up to pick up his ashes.
Yeah.
Lady comes out, and I tell her I'm picking up my husband, and she brings me out a white bag and puts it in my lap, and that his urn and stuff. And I look down, and never in a million years did I think they wouldn't put like a placard or something with his name on it. Y'all, they had a Post-it. A yellow Post-it with his name. I'm kidding. I'm not joking.
That's crazy.
And
And I looked down, and my parents were there, and they were trying not to cry because they knew I was going to cry. And I looked down, and I was like, are you kidding me? And I started laughing, and then I looked, and I just started bawling, and my parents were like, what is happening?
Man,
And I was like, they didn't even put a placard. Look, it's a Post-it. And my mom was like, oh my God. And the lady was like,
Oh man,
we forgot the placard. And I was like, oh, it's a Post-it. Terrible.
Wow.
But so for 30 days, I spent a lot of time trying to figure out, I'd given up my career and any kind of normalcy, and I was so lost, and I think, I don't want to say I died that day, but there was a part of me that died with him.
Yeah.
You think about building a family together in a life, and our businesses and the things, their dreams that we were chasing. And so I mean, grief was just overwhelming. And then a few months in, I had what I call an epiphany. I went to bed and I woke up and I was doing the same routine and I was like, no, this isn't what he wanted.
Right.
This is not what he wanted. He taught me how to RV. He taught me all these things. I need to figure this out and honor him. So I got up and I told my parents, I've made a decision and I don't know if you're going to be happy about it or not, but I'm going to do it. And my parents were not happy with me. I'm not going to lie. They were not happy.
Where were you at before this? When you had this?
In Arizona.
In Arizona.
Yeah, I was still in Arizona. And I said, I'm going to get a truck and a trailer and we had a storage unit in Florida. That's where we had put everything in storage. And the big RV and stuff like that was all gone at that point. It was all sold off already. And I said, I'm going to get a truck and an RV. I said, I am going to finish this journey. He taught me how to do this. I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to go see people and I'm going to go see some of the things that we had talked about and I'm going to make this happen. And yeah, we had my dog Penny, who's still with me. And then I had a cat, Tiki. She sadly passed on, but she was 17 and the most well-traveled cat you've ever met. Yes, I could write a book about her life. So I did. I went and I bought a 3500.
Oh, wow.
I found an RV that had no slides and what I thought was manageable for myself. Perfect for the dog and cat. And I took off in January of 2021. I picked up the RV up in Washington State, and I went from Washington State all the way through Oregon and California and Utah and there back down to Arizona and then across all the way down into deep Florida.
How was that for you? Like, I mean, obviously, you by yourself.
Yep.
You got your animals. Like, how was the RV life?
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was definitely harder than I anticipated. Driving and setting up and all the things, the unexpected.
Yeah.
I think I was just outside of New Mexico and a sandstorm hit. And no kidding, out in the middle of the desert. And they were like, oh yeah, you might want to hunker down. So I put the, RV onto the truck and hooked everything up and man, I was rocking. I was like, oh. Sandstorm. Yeah, out by there's a meteor crater out there. Highly recommended if you guys go on a road trip. Go see the meteor crater. It's out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Beware sandstorms.
Sure. I've always wanted to do that.
Oh yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. No, I think one of the most beautiful things I saw in my travels was out by Red Rock. I was coming down and I found this little KOA and it was absolutely stunning. I parked. It was brisk, but I didn't watch the weather, by the way. So another female trait. Sorry, not all females are like this, but didn't watch the weather. Pulled off into this KOA, and dog got me up about 3 a.m. We went for a walk, and she did her business and all that things. By 4 o'clock in the morning, it got really peaceful. And I slept for a good 4 hours. And I woke up and I look out. I'm like, oh, it's kind of cool. There was 4 or 5 inches of snow.
What?
Just everywhere. I was like, what? That was what? But I went for a walk. It was so beautiful. Snow in the desert is nothing you've ever seen.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was beautiful.
Snow in the desert.
Snow in the desert. Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, and in Washington State, I parked up in the forest for 30 days. I told my dad, I was like, I'm Sasquatch hunting.
There you go.
I'm looking for a Squatch. He is. He's out there somewhere. I was trying to find him.
He hiding from us. That's what it is.
Oh, definitely. I would too.
Oh yeah, for sure. So you do all the traveling. You finish that up.
Yep.
Where do you go from there?
So I was planning. I have 5 states in the United States left.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What
I'm talking about right now.
Right now. Yep. Montana, Wyoming, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Alaska. And then I will have been in every state. Yeah. And I was on my way up to Sturgis for the bike rally.
With the bike, yeah.
Yeah, you also ride motorcycles.
I do.
I have to talk about that too.
Yep. Which is, because when my husband and I took off, he was pulling our RV and I was pulling the cargo trailer with the motorcycles. We had the whole cargo trailer just for the motorcycles, our air compressor. And we ended up in North Carolina, in the Carolinas, and we did Tail of the Dragon, Behind the Dragon.
I heard about that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to do it so bad.
Oh, it was so neat. And the funny thing is, Behind the Dragon, we went and it was beautiful. It was, quite a long ride. We pull over and my husband's like, man, he was all fired up. And to be honest with you, we were out for a while. Yeah. And I think I was just overly stimulated at that point. And I was like, oh my God, that was so scary.
Yeah, it's some sharp turns.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people wreck out there.
Yes. And that's what I almost got us into an accident one time because I meant to upshift and I downshifted and I was like, oh yeah. And there was a big rig behind us. So, and he was just like, oh, I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. But I think honoring him and doing that was just, it really brought me back to life. It reminded me of all the good things that we had and he taught me. And towards the end there, when I was heading back up to Sturgis, my brother called me and he said, my company is moving out to Tennessee. He's like, this is where I'm going to be. Would you be interested in coming and kind of like settling down? And I was like, oh, settle down. I don't know about that. But, my parents, I knew, this had been quite the journey.
I mean, how long was that journey before you got to Tennessee?
8 months. Yeah, like 8 months of just being out there by myself.
Wow.
Reliant, yeah. So.
I mean, you out there by yourself. You ever come across something crazy or scary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but you know what? I have to say, I spent a lot of time at Love's truck stop. Because they were always clean and I could fuel up. And I actually had my gas card was diesel, so I could go where the big rigs were. And I got in line, man. I would get in line with them. I would follow their rules. And so I think, they kind of always looked out for me too. I think they knew that I was kind of on a mission. And I saw a lot of crazy stuff, but I avoided a lot too. I drove maybe 6-8 hours max, to my next destination. And I never really planned it out. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go here and I want to see this, or, I wanted to see where the world took me. And I think it made it that much sweeter. So
it is super cool to say that you did that. I mean, that's pretty high achievement for a female by themselves. Not that they couldn't do it, but that's a lot to take on that responsibility.
I've met a lot of individuals that are like, man, that would be great, but I don't know if I could do it by myself. And
hooking up, trailer and everything. That's a lot. Yeah, it is a lot.
It's a lot of work. And I made one boo-boo. Where was I? I think it was towards Oklahoma. And I couldn't get one of my bars off. And I was like, man, I messed with that thing. I was absolutely coming unglued.
Talking about the trailer bars?
Yeah. Yeah. And so finally I was like, you know what? Just leave it. I needed fuel and I wanted to go take the truck and disconnect and I'm just leave it. And sure enough, in the morning when I slept on it and I figured out, I was like, oh, yeah, that's why.
At least you did it on your own, though,
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I remember.
Well, and it reminds you of patience, right? Because you want to react, but then you just stop, take a breath, and look at the big picture. It kind of recenters you.
What kind of motorcycle did you have?
I have a 2018 Harley Davidson freewheeler. Yeah. My husband had a Softail Slim.
All right.
Yeah, I gave it to my dad.
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
he takes it out from time to time.
Yeah. I miss my bike. I used to have one too. A little Honda. It wasn't no Harley. It was a Honda.
Yeah.
It looked like a Harley. Everybody thought it was a Harley. It sounded like
That's
a
all that
Harley.
matters.
Yeah, it sounded good. So,
Yeah, there you go.
It's straight pipe.
I've always wanted to have one. I thought it'd be fun.
It's not too late, man. You get that and the bass boat.
Yeah. And an apartment to go with it.
Yeah. Yeah, you better clear that first.
Have I ever told you about the time I wrecked my dad's bike? It's kind of an embarrassing story. He had a 2008 Harley Davidson. God, what's the name of it? Anyway, I'll think in a minute. But it was Sportster.
Okay.
That's what he had, a Sportster.
Yep.
Anyways, and I thought it would be cool to have my senior pictures in high school on the bike. So he shows up. He is at work. He drove the bike and brought it down to the park where I was doing my pictures. And like he locked the steering wheel column, so the wheel would be straight. The pictures. Well, then after pictures, I said, "Hey man, Dad, can I drive it? Down the road, whatever." Just because I thought I'd look cool. I was not an experienced rider. Okay, my dad he didn't unlock the steering wheel column. Okay.
Oh, no.
So all these other seniors are out. There's a couple are doing pictures and all that too. So I hop on the bike, and I'm bad. Right, I'm wearing like a skull T-shirt. Horrible senior photos. I thought I was the coolest kid ever, though. Anyway, I had a do-rag on at one time. But anyways, so I get on the bike, I crank it up, and it sounds good, and people are watching. And I start to take off. Well, where I was sitting, there was a picket fence here. Okay, like 5 feet from me. Well, when I started to take off, I rode in the yard a little bit, but I was trying to just turn the steering wheel, but what was it turning? So I panicked as I'm getting close to that fence, so I thought it might be stuck, so I just yanked it like that. And boom, I laid Dad's bike down. Well, Dad had already left and was going to meet me up at the store. I was so scared. I got up, I'm bleeding. I threw the bike up in the air, jumped on it, took off. And I made it like a mile down the road, and I didn't say nothing to him.
Yeah.
I looked over the bike. I said, "Okay, bike looks good." Yeah. I walked into the store. I got blood coming down my arm from my elbow. And I was like, "Here's your keys, Dad. I got to go."
Did he ever find out?
So I felt terrible about it.
Yeah.
Because he loved that motorcycle. So about a couple hours went by. I called him. I was like, "Dad, I got to tell you something." He said, "What's that?" I was like, "I laid your bike down leaving the park." He said, "Did you really?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I was wondering what happened. Because when I got on the bike, the mirror was turned all the way around."
Oh, no.
The truth comes out.
He said, "I was waiting to see if you were going to tell me something about it." But that was the only thing wrong. I didn't even catch it. But I told him, I was like, I'll give you all the money I got to, fix it if there's something wrong with it. And he didn't make me pay him because I was honest. Boy, I was scared to death. He loved that bike more than me. But anyway, so I haven't been on a bike since.
Man.
Yeah. You ever laid it down?
That's actually how I got the freewheeler.
Oh.
So I worked for Harley for a while.
Oh, wow.
I sold Harleys, yeah. And I had the Softail Slim. Yeah. And I was coming around, and it was right in front of the Harley store, too. It was so embarrassing. Well, it had beach bars on it, and they're real wide. Mm-hmm. And as you can tell, because my feet can't touch the floor right now, I'm short.
Yeah.
And when I came around for my left turn, everything was fine until I turned, and then I couldn't
You couldn't hold it, yeah.
And I just, and I laid her down, and man, I've never seen men run that fast in all my life.
Yeah.
They got me and the bike up, and my husband, he came and he looked at my arm, and he looked at me, and he's like, "Never again."
Yeah.
I'm not, he goes, "I can't live." Like, he goes, "I would be terrified." That's actually why I'm not a police officer, by the way.
Because you wrecked the motorcycle?
No, before that, when him and I were first dating, they actually had sent me a thing. They were going to send me to the academy. Mm-hmm. And he sat down, and the look on his face, he's like, "I can't do it. Wow. I can't watch you walk out of this house with a gun on, knowing that you could be a target." Oh, he's like, he couldn't do it. And I had to take that into account when I made, life decisions. And I'm so glad I did, because he was definitely worth the adventure, and it all works out. But,
That's
I chose
understandable.
him. Yeah. And I told him at the time we were only dating. I'm like, we're only dating. Like, and he's like,
calm down.
yeah. He's like, okay. When I say we were just dating, so we were engaged in 3 months and married in like 8. So
It was quick.
it was quick. Yeah.
When you know, you know.
And that's exactly what he said. He goes, I know. So like, let's just do this and all right, cool.
That's pretty awesome. I don't blame him though. I mean, I wouldn't want my wife or my daughters to be in law enforcement.
Yeah.
You know.
He would absolutely come out of his, like he would, no.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He'd be so mad at me for doing what I do now. It's like, I'll show him.
All right, so we're gonna start to wrap up. A couple things though, like you have an amazing story. It's awesome, all the things that you did and all the things you're still doing. But what would you give or recommend people that have gone through that, losing their spouse? How to get back to life, going through that.
Such a great question. I think it's so specific to who you are, but I know the journey it's taken me on, and I was so angry.
Yeah.
I've been angry for a long time, and I can honestly say the last year I finally made peace, with God, with everything that happened, and like just all the traumatic parts about it. And, you have to accept some things, like, so this is going to sound bad, but I'm hoping that the message kind of comes through clear. The other day, a bunch of people at work were having a conversation about stress, and I said, yeah, stress is the number one killer in the United States, and if not the world. People stress out about things or whatever. And somebody turned around and they said, well, what do you have to be stressed about? You don't have a husband or kids.
Oh, wow.
Insert foot.
Yeah.
That's when
they kind of know the story too. So
they kind of knew the story.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was kind of taken aback, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. The old me probably would have ended up in cuffs. I was proud.
Yeah.
But, the new me is like, we all experience life so differently. And we all have these different experiences, that we are a part of.
Yeah.
And it becomes a part of that I chose to, chose grace. And I was like, we're all different. And I think losing my husband and reflecting on that is we chose each other.
Oh yeah.
It's the most amazing thing that we do as human beings is choose who we spend our time with, and we make that commitment to each other. And I value that, and I want people to love that. And I wish that for everybody, like even people that are, mean or don't like me or whatever. Right. I've turned that whole, oh, well, then I'll just, be angry back, because that's just not, it's just not who I am anymore. I want people to find that love, that spark in their life that just, it makes it so awesome. The adventure is so much sweeter when you just take that ride and, and don't worry about the small things and just go with it.
Yep.
And I really think that I want that for everybody.
Oh yeah, the small things kill people. Yeah. I mean, or not marriages especially. Getting hemmed up on the small things is crazy.
It is.
Yeah, and don't let social media eat you alive.
Yeah, social media is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's everybody's life right now, social media.
Yeah.
Especially the newcomers.
And and it's funny to me now, but I went through my husband's phone after he passed away, and I was like, what in the world? But it makes me giggle because he, it is what it is. He didn't love me any less. We loved each other, and that's really, when I look back at all of our text messages, it's all about love. You're the best thing that ever happened to me, and that's the driving force now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just, I want everybody to experience that. So when I get mad or angry or frustrated, I try to really kind of hone in and take a breath. And
That makes the difference.
It does, yeah.
It's funny you talk about text messages. The other day, I've had a phone issue with my phone, not having enough memory. And so my wife was looking at my phone. She's like, well, good Lord, you have text messages. It's so many. So I went through and I deleted like 7,000 text messages. Like, you know, that's how total it was. Well, then I deleted our text messages and then like re-uploaded them so I could see how many there were. It was like 141,000 text messages.
That's it?
Just between me and my wife. Well, yeah, we've only been together since 2015. So
Yeah,
14, 15.
yeah.
So that's a lot of text.
Yeah, it is.
But,
Yeah, I went back. We had over 10,000 photos.
oh, wow.
Yeah, in the years that we were married. 6 years we were married.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
My phone about like that too. Yeah.
Kenneth, you got anything else?
It's just great hearing your story and getting out there that people need to know that time is precious.
Yep.
I can't say it. Precious.
Precious.
Precious. Yeah. It's precious, and like you said, live every day like it's your last, because you never know. And that if you got that loved one out there, you know, especially spend that time with them,
Yeah.
because you never know, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's going back to what you had asked about how people overcome it.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You remember them by honoring what they taught you and share that with people.
Yeah.
It makes it so much special.
And you share it, because, I mean, I follow you on social media, and every now and then I see a post, and I was like, man, that's the kind of love you look for, you know. Somebody just always going to remember you, no matter if you're gone or if you're there, too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. I loved your story. I thought it was great. Hopefully, people listening to it think it's great too.
Thank you for joining in. I'm actually starting I just started my own business.
Okay. Tell us about that.
It's gonna be. I'm actually making a movie about his life.
Wow.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. I'm gonna do.
Can I be an extra?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. No, I'm gonna tell. Because he had a really cool life. And I want to get it out there, like who he was and, my journey traveling and just all the pictures, and kind of like put it out in the universe for always to remember how cool he was.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Dang. So that's the business, the movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm starting. So it's video editing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have the editing tools and stuff like that, and I've been working on it.
That's pretty awesome.
awesome.
You got a title for it
Yeah.
yet?
No,
No
it's
title?
in the, yeah.
They come at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I come up with a title, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it catchy enough?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, though. You have to let us know.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
Connect to be in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much, Jennifer. We greatly appreciate it. I loved it, and I know Kenneth did too. And if you ever need anything, let us know.
I will, definitely.
Thanks,
you so
guys.
much.
Yep,
Thank
I hope
you.
y'all made it to the end
Yeah,
of the
thank
video. Remember to like, comment, and share. Get this story out there for somebody else that may be grieving or going through a tough time dealing with a loved one that they've lost. That's why we do this. Try to help people and get stories out there. So,
Absolutely.
all right, y'all have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Come
It's the
say hi.
K Squared Show.